Choose from thousands of realistic voices to use in your content. Change the way you record podcasts, voiceovers, and branded content with the #1 AI-powered voice generating technology. Stop searching for the perfect voice and stop wasting time re-recording take after take. Try 11 Labs for free and start elevating your content today.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chief Minister, and Honorable Members, Namaskar. At the outset, I welcome all of you to the first session of this newly constituted 18th West Bengal Legislative Assembly and convey my heartfelt greetings and best wishes to all the newly elected members of the House. I also extend my warmest greetings and best wishes to all the sisters and brothers of Bengal on the forthcoming West Bengal Foundation Day on the 20th June. I pay my heartfelt homage to all the former members of this Assembly, alongside all the former Union and State Ministers, Members of Parliament, and former legislators of legislative assemblies of all the other states in the country who have recently set sail on their final voyage to the heavenly abode. I would also like to offer my deepest condolences at the passing away of a number of acclaimed personalities in different fields of art and culture since the last session of the 17th West Bengal Legislative Assembly. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chief Minister, and Honorable Members, this time the people of the state have given a decisive mandate in favor of a new government for the first time in the last 1.5 decades. The people of West Bengal have most decisively rejected the atmosphere of fear and frustration prevailing in the state for a long time. The new government, having assumed the responsibilities of steering the state, will endeavor for improvement in all aspects of governance with utmost sincerity and a steadfastness of purpose. I have full conviction that with resolute commitment to national integrity, prosperity, and national security, the new government, under the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Sri Suvendu Adhikari, will pursue the path of all-round development of the state and welfare of the people, ensuring peace and prosperity for all, irrespective of caste, creed, or religion. Honorable members, my government is fully aware of challenges ahead and its responsibilities to undertake new measures and formulate innovative policies to meet the aspirations of the people of West Bengal with uncompromising priority on the needs and dreams of the downtrodden and marginalized sections of the society. My government shall attach topmost priority to the security and safety for all, so that the common people can lead the daily lives with dignity and true freedom, sans any perception of undue fear. The overall atmosphere of threats and intimidation in West Bengal has to be eradicated and people freed from the clutches of the unscrupulous antisocial elements. My government will effectively control and do away with criminal syndicate system of extortions, illegal coal and sand mining, and take steps for prevention of heinous crimes, especially those related to women and children and their trafficking. Law and order machinery will be revamped to usher in an ambience of peace and tranquility in the state. Particularly, there will be zero tolerance for any atrocity against women, children, and marginalized sections of the society. My government will take appropriate measures to restore the rule of law and re-establish people's trust in the state's institutions. The new government has already cracked down heavily on those who once ran a reign of terror and an extortion raj under the protection and patronage of the earlier ruling party in the state. With the restoration of the rule of law in the state, people are breathing in freedom and they are voluntarily coming forward to raise their voice against various injustices meted out to them by the unscrupulous elements in different forms. The state administration is taking necessary actions on all such complaints with remarkable alacrity and absolute fairness. A massive drive is on to remove illegal encroachments upon government land and unauthorized structures. In perfect commitment to the spirit of secularism, my government will ensure true freedom of religious practices for all and sundry in the state. Even though the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita and the Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita were enforced on 1 July 2024 across the nation, it is only after the new government came to power that the new criminal laws are being effectively enforced in the state. One of the objectives of the new criminal law is to speed up the criminal justice system by leveraging the use of technology. Various measures, including issuance of relevant notifications, are now being taken in right earnest so that the laws can be properly implemented in the wider interest of the people of the state. Honorable members are well aware that the influx of illegal infiltrators along the long, porous international border over the last decades has severely impacted the demographic balance in our state. The fulfillment of needs of the rightful citizens has been compromised because of the presence of a large number of illegal infiltrators here, with the active indulgence of some vested interest groups within the state itself. My government is taking prompt actions for quick detection and deportation of illegal foreigners after they have been identified following the due formalities. Substantial number of illegal infiltrators have already been identified and deported within the short span since the new government took over. The incumbent state government, after coming to power, has approved all the pending proposals of land purchase and government land transfer for border fencing and border outposts. To strengthen border infrastructure and curb infiltration, my government handed over 85.76 acres of land to the Border Security Force on 20th May 2026 through vesting and direct purchase. In addition, acquisition of direct purchase of 88.401 acres of land is currently under process. Further, 897.477 acres of land will be made available for this strategic requirement. To ensure greater efficiency and transparency in the management of land records, my government proposes several transformative digital initiatives. These include GIS-based land information systems and preparation and updation of geo-referenced cadastral maps for improving land governance. My government also intends to collaborate with the Reserve Bank of India for implementation of RBI Unified Lending Interface, enabled digital Kisan Credit Card. Through ease of mobility, provision of free bus travel, government-run buses has already been rolled out for the women of the state. My government will devise specific strategies for providing these force. To promote self-reliance of women, there will be appropriate intervention to support women entrepreneurship in different fields. It is unfortunate that in absence of adequate job opportunities, thousands of youths in the state have to leave for other states in search of livelihood. A key commitment of my government is to usher in an ideal blend of infrastructure development and investment-friendly ambience with necessary steps at the level of formulation of policies and their implementation, so that the new entrepreneurs are attracted to the state, leading to a generation of employment and adding to a state's GDP. My government will extend all possible assistance, including financial support, to the youths so that the state soon turns into a startup hub. The new government will give special focus on job-oriented courses and skill training for the youths of West Bengal. In emerging fields of technology, to cater to the needs of a skilled workforce for industries, monthly assistance will be provided to the unemployed youths so that they can meet their basic expenses while preparing themselves for quality jobs. In a move that enforced clarity and removed legal entanglements, my government, right after assuming charge, has withdrawn the earlier notifications and come up with a rationalized and definitive list of OBCs, thereby resolving a protracted bottleneck that has stalled the recruitment process for the last 2 years. My government has also decided to amend the relevant acts and conduct a fresh survey to include deserving classes in the state OBC list. A new model 100-point roster of vacancies has been notified by the Backward Classes Welfare Department of the state government to provide more equitable opportunities for all categories of candidates in matters of employment under the state government. The state government has already increased the upper age limit for different posts under the state government by 5 years. Steps are being taken to fill up the vacant posts in government offices through a fair, transparent and time-bound recruitment process by plugging the loopholes in the system which tainted the process during the tenure of previous regime. My government will be proactive to ensure round-the-clock health care for all through appropriate initiatives, including setting up of well-equipped hospitals in the remote and far-flung areas of the state. Enrollment of the people of the state has started under the national level flagship program of Ayushman Bharat, which will provide cashless hospitalization coverage of ₹5 lakh per family per year to the poor and vulnerable families for secondary and tertiary healthcare services from July this year. As part of nationwide drive to prevent cervical cancer, the HPV vaccination campaign has already been started in West Bengal from 30th May this year. A special emphasis is also being given to eradicate leprosy in West Bengal. The long-standing grievance of the people of North Bengal would finally be addressed as my government reaffirms its commitment towards bringing for them the previously denied All India Institute of Medical Sciences in order to provide a state-of-the-art healthcare infrastructure to the region. To significantly reduce monthly medical expenses for citizens, the new state government is taking initiative to open 469 new Jan Aushadhi Kendras across the state under the Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Pariyojana. This aims at offering high-quality generic drugs at a massive 50% to 80% discount compared to branded market alternatives. The government will recruit specialized doctors and nurses in adequate numbers, ensure all other infrastructure support for the medical colleges and hospitals, and promote ease of access for all to free quality health care on a sustainable basis. My government will synergize its efforts for balanced regional development with a special focus on North Bengal. To rejuvenate old and poorly performing tea gardens in North Bengal, steps will be taken by my government for introducing replantation programs and high-yielding, climate-resilient tea varieties. Aiming to ensure global demand and premium prices, sustainable cultivation of tea will be encouraged. The global brand of dazzling tea will be strengthened with a strict GI enforcement and anti-counterfeiting measures. My government is committed to arriving at a permanent political solution to the long-drawn Gorkhaland issue through negotiations with all the stakeholders. The state government will implement appropriate measures to prevent soil erosion and floods in the Sundarbans and establish cyclone centers to protect local people. The mangroves in the Sundarbans will be protected from expansion of human settlements and the civilization-wildlife conflict across the Gangetic distributaries and deltas will be dealt with in a firm yet compassionate. Better sanitation and security in different pilgrimage and tourist destinations of the state. Tourism Department will promote Duars and Terai as integrated ecotourism and wildlife destination. Through eco-resorts, guided forest and wildlife circuits, tribal tourism, experiences, homestays, upgraded tourism infrastructure, and promotion supported by integrated marketing campaigns. A major component would be revision of Gazal-Doba master plan and develop it as a major ecotourism with a sprawling tent city along with gardens, parks, food court and banquet halls. The state government will establish West Bengal as a global tea tourism destination through estate stay scheme development, experiential tea trails, tea testing sessions, factory tours, moonlight plucking experiences, heritage tea bungalow tourism, and strategic collaborations with tea garden owners and tourism stakeholders. Last mile connectivity will be ensured for reaching these destinations. Focus will be also on developing Sundarbans into truly sustainable wildlife and mangrove tourism destination, generating livelihood while preserving biodiversity through preparation of a tourism master plan. People of West Bengal have so far been deprived of the benefits of different central government sponsored schemes like PM Vishwakarma Yojana, PM Kushum, PM Ujjola 3.0 and Khelo India. The new government is initiating measures to implement all such people-friendly schemes in West Bengal for the benefit of the common people. All other central government-sponsored schemes and programs will be implemented in letter and spirit, without any dilution whatsoever. In synergy with the central government's One District, One Product initiative, the state government will promote each district's unique specialties. My government is committed to ensure access to public services for all citizens of West Bengal, irrespective of caste, creed or religion. There will be an inclusive approach for implementation of different government schemes so that the intended beneficiaries, particularly those from marginalized, remote and vulnerable sections, are not left out due to lack of awareness, documentation barriers or administrative bottlenecks. Two comprehensive portals, namely socialregistry.wb.gov.in and jks.wb.gov.in, have been launched to reach out to every citizen of the state with every single welfare scheme that is available from the state as well as the central government. My government asserts its resolve for inclusive development of all people of the state with adequate and tailored support for the specific marginalized and disadvantaged groups. My government will ensure transparent and fair implementation of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. There will be enhanced social security support for widows, senior citizens and persons with disabilities so that they can live their lives with dignity. A reasonable standard of living, financial security, and comprehensive protection will be in place for all workers in the unorganized sector as well as the gig workers. At this juncture, I would like to affirm that even though there are considerable backlogs of developmental work in every segment of public life, my government will take every possible step to promote ease of living for all sections of the society. The government has received the solemn mandate of the people and now welcomes all sorts of suggestions and constructive criticism from all the well-meaning sections, including the opposition. Undoubtedly, we are passing now through very challenging times amidst geopolitical turbulence and global economic volatility. The ripple effects from the war-torn Persian Gulf have caused severe disruption in the global supply chain. My government, despite having to navigate through multiple challenges, reaffirms the commitment to uphold the democratic and fundamental rights of the citizens of the state, and at the same time remains steadfast in ensuring a resilient nationalist ecosystem for universal growth and inclusive holistic development without discrimination of any kind. I am confident that overcoming all adversities and past failures, West Bengal will regain its place of primacy in the country. With these words, I leave the floor of this august house for further deliberations. Jai Hind.
আপনি একটা অ্যানাউন্সমেন্ট করলে আরো 12:30 সেটা সহমত বাকিটা ফোন আছে।
মাননীয় সদস্যকে জানানো যাচ্ছে যে আমাদের এই হাউস 12:15-তে আবার শুরু হবে।